Hello and welcome in the third session of the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. In this session, I will discuss about part 4 of this act. At last, I will present the summary of this entire act which will benefit you. Now, I will highlight part 4. Part 4 discuss about miscellaneous, which is mainly deals with the penalties, appointment of inspectors, powers to make rules, and amendments of other acts. Section 14 deals with penalties, which stated that under the provision of Section 3, whichever mentioned in Part A and Part B, whoever employs child in such mentioned establishment shall be liable to get imprisonment or fine or both. Minimum imprisonment shall not be less than 3 months, which may extend up to 1 year. Fine shall not be less than 10,000 rupees, which may extend up to 20,000 rupees. Whoever already been convicted of such offence beforehand and again repeating such offence shall liable to get imprisonment. The lower limit of such imprisonment shall be 6 months and may extend to 2 years. Under the following circumstances, a person shall be punishable with 1 month imprisonment or with fine extend up to 10,000 rupees or both imprisonment and fine. If fails to give notice as required by Section 9 or if fail to maintain a register as required by Section 11 or makes any false entry to such register. Section 16 deals with procedures relating to offences. Any person, police officer or inspector may file a complaint to the commission of an offence under this act in any court of competent jurisdiction. Every certificate as to the age of a child which has been granted by a prescribed medical authority under this act. First class magistrate can only deal with such offences. Section 17 Appointment of inspectors. The appropriate government may appoint inspector who must be a public servant within the meaning of the Indian Penal Code, that is IPC, Section 45 of 1860. Section 18 Power to make rules. The appropriate government shall reserve the right of making any certain rules by publishing in the official gazette. That power only limited to the section of Technical Advisory Committee and in the register maintained under Section 11. Section 19 states that whatever rules and regulations that central government made should be laid before Parliament or state legislature. After passing the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986, few definitions such as definition of child, adolescents, etc. were substituted through amendment of other acts. These new amendments were described in Section 23, Section 24, Section 25 and in Section 26. Section 23 Amendment of Act number 11 of 1948. In Section 2 of Minimum Wages Act, Clause A, substituted by adolescent, means a person who has completed his 14th year of age but has not completed his 18th year. Adult means a person who has completed his 18th year of age. In section 2, clause B shall be inserted, that is, child means a person who has not completed his 14th year of age. Section 24, Amendment of Act number 69 of 1951. In the Plantations Labor Act 1951, Section 23 and 26 have been replaced by Section 2. In Section 2, the clause A and C for the word 15th, the word 14th shall be substituted. Section 24 shall be omitted. Section 25, Amendment of Act number 44 of 1958. In the Merchant Shipping Act 1958, in section 109, for the word 15, the word 14 shall be substituted. Section 26, Amendment of Act number 27 of 1961. In the Motor Transport Workers Act 1961, in section 2, in clauses A and C, for the word 15th, the word 14 shall be substituted. Earlier, the child was defined as either age 14 or 15. But when this Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act came in 1986, then the child was defined those who have completed 14 years or those who are under 14 years should be considered as child. Means a child age should not exceed more than 14 years. Now I give you the summary of the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. This summary is very, very important. Please listen. This is an act of 1986 by Act number 61 of 1986 and applied to all state and union territories of India. This act is having total 4 parts, that is part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4, along with part A, which deals with certain prescribed occupation, and part B deals with certain level of processes. Part 1 is the preliminary part, having altogether 2 sections. Here section 2 is important, which provides us the definition of this act. Part 2 deals with prohibition of employment of children in certain occupations and processes, and altogether having 3 sections, that is section 3 to section 5. Here section 3 is important, which stress upon occupation, which is highlighted in part A, and processes, which is highlighted in part B of this act. Section 5 is also important, which stated about the technical committee. Part 3 deals with regulation of conditions of work of children and having altogether 8 sections, that is section 6 to section 13. Important sections are section 6, section 7, section 8, section 10, section 11 and section 13. Section 13 deals with health and safety measures, which is very important from social work point of view. Section 4 is miscellaneous, having altogether 13 sections. This part mainly deals about the penalty norms and also modified the definition of child in other acts through amendments. Overall, the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986 is having 26 sections. which tries to give justice of working children under the age of 14 years and also banned certain occupational zones and processes. Details of occupations and processes are stated in Part A and B. And for that, please refer Part A and Part B along with all the mentioned parts, that is Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 and Part 4. Part 3 is very important because it deals with welfare measures. I hope you will all go through the 3 sessions and you will prepare your own note for your own betterment and better understanding. With that note, I will conclude the last session of Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. All the best. Thank you. Have a nice day.